After that roller coaster ride of emotions there yesterday against the Cleveland Guardians at Rogers Center in the finale and everything that went along with it, we get the news today that Matt Chapman hits the IL and Bo Bichette's, well, we're not quite sure yet. He went for imaging, and I think they're going to hear tomorrow or something like that about what the future holds for Bo Bichette the rest of the season, which is great news. But with Cleveland now gone, the Blue Jays now start that big stretch we were talking about how they're playing the worst teams in all the divisions, except for the AL East, which is the Red Sox. Right? They're playing the Nationals, who actually, you know what, I guess they're not now dead last in the NL East. I guess that's the Pirates, maybe. Either way, not a great ball team. You got the Oakland Athletics, the Kansas City Royals. Not great teams. So you have to take advantage of it. I've gotten to a point, Jays fans, where I don't care what other teams are doing. I don't care what the Astros are doing. I don't care what the Mariners are doing. I don't care what the Texas Rangers are doing. The Jays just have not won ball games. They just haven't. They haven't strung any wins together. So if you're going to stress yourself out day in, day out, looking at the standings and looking at the other scores to see if the Jays lost any ground, don't do it to yourself. Watch these games, and if they win, sure, maybe have a little peek. But today, not great for the Blue Jays on the out-of-town scoreboard. The Mets blew the game and lost to the Texas Rangers. They were up 3-0, ended up losing 4-3 in the ninth inning. What else happened today? Just for a quick little heads up. The Astros are beating the snot of the Red Sox, which is not good in the sense you want to catch the Astros, but the Red Sox are only 2 games behind you, so take it for what it is. But more importantly, the Blue Jays did their job today. They won 6-3 over the Washington Nationals. It got a little hairy in the middle frames, but they were able to hold on, expand a little bit with the Kevin Kiermaier single in the bottom half of the 5th, and the bullpen shuts the door the rest of the way, and you win Game 1 of the series. That's the most important thing here, okay? With no Matt Chapman, with no Bo Bichette, I truly believe that Addison Barger would be getting the call up, making his big league debut, get him in here, lefty bat guy who's going to be just excited, and it would kind of like what David Schneider did to the Blue Jays, right? Give you that little bit of a spark. Instead, they bring up Ernie Clement. Albeit, got to give Ernie a little bit of credit. He did have 2 hits today. He was 2 for 4 in the ball game, so good job for him. But it didn't start out great. Top of the first inning, Joey Meneses hits an RBI single to center field, scoring C.J. Abrams to give him a 1-0 lead. Okay, now you're already trailing in the first inning. Not where you want to be if you're the Blue Jays at all. Bottom of the second inning rolls around. And it starts with a Danny Jansen walk, all right? I mean, hey, look, leadoff walks should come back to haunt teams. With Josiah Gray on the hill for the Washington Nationals, he struggled mightily with his command, at least early in this ball game. He didn't last very long either. So then Ernie Clement strikes out. Kevin Kiermaier then walks. So you have 2 on with 1 out, and nobody has hit the ball in play and got on. Actually, no one's put the ball in play, period. 2 walks and a strikeout. George Springer comes up and he dumps one into center field for a base hit, scoring Danny Jansen. You make him pay for the mistake. Awesome. Brandon Belt then strikes out, and you're like, yeah, at least we've tied the game. No, that's not the mindset you want. Vladdy comes up with 2 on and 2 out, and he gets a fastball 93 at the top of the zone. How many times have we seen him recently, at least, swinging through those? It's been a pretty rough stretch for Vladdy when it comes to fastballs. You know, you've seen him swing right through a fastball at like 94 down the middle, and you're like, what? That's not him. Or was it the couple games ago where he took 95 down the middle and didn't even swing at it? And you're like, what is going on with this guy? Gets 93, the top of the zone, drills it to right center field, and it goes off the wall. In comes Springer. In comes Kevin Kiermaier. And the Jays now lead it 3-1. With Vladdy with a 2-run double with 2 out. Massive stuff. David Schneider comes up, fastball up in the zone, dumps it into right field for a base hit. Vladdy comes in to score. The Jays lead at 4-1. They get 2 hits with runners in scoring position and 2 out. And most importantly, you have a 4-1 lead. But they weren't done, though. They continue to add on, and that has been the problem for this team. How many times this year have we seen them go up 4 or 5-0, and you feel like, oh, with the pitching staff, whoa, almost fell out of the chair. We got you're up 4 or 5-0, and then they try and come back. The other team attempts to come back. They get down to 4-1, 4-2, maybe 4-3. And you're starting to sweat now, but the Jays cannot add on runs, and they eventually blow that game because of just the way the baseball gods work, right? But in the bottom of the third, Jansen comes up and gets a fastball. It was basically right down the middle. I mean, it was not a great pitch, but he turns on it and drills it deep to left, and it is way gone. Solo shot for Danny Jansen, his career-high 16th home run on the year, and the Blue Jays expand their lead. It's now 5-1. Awesome stuff. Top 5 with Kevin Gausman still on the hill. They have two on, I think it was second and third, nobody out for Joey Meneses, and he just slaps the ball. Fastball in the outer half, maybe even off the plate. Just kind of slaps at it. Kind of, you guys remember Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s first big league hit ever? If you haven't looked at it, check it out and come back to me. Joey Meneses' double here was almost a carbon copy of that. C.J. Abrams score. Lane Thomas comes in to score. It's now 5-3, and they have a guy at second base with nobody out. With Kevin Gausman on the hill, you're kind of sweating a bit. But he was able to get out of the inning. No more runs crossed. You're still at 5-3. And shout out Kevin Gausman. Strikeout number 200 on the year. 10th Blue Jay to ever do so. So congrats to him for that. And more importantly, he's gone 5 innings and you have the lead. And your team gives him run support. How often have we talked about this year how that has never happened for him? It did today. And he needed it. Bottom 5. Kevin Kiermaier comes up and he drills a single to left to right field. In comes Danny Jansen to expand on the lead again. It's now a 6-3 ball game. It is beautiful. The Jays scored in 1, 2, 3 different innings, and one of those innings you dropped a 4-piece. Great offense for the Blue Jays, 9 hits total, but they had hits with runners in scoring position today, and it's a beautiful sight. It really is. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the bullpen locked this thing down tight, and you win the ball game. That's it. You move on to the next one, though. It's just the way it has to be right now for this Blue Jays team. You can't overhype a win against the Nationals because you're supposed to do it. Okay? Let's get to the player stats and see what happened. George Springer had a good day. 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. His 1 hit, drove in a run. He also walked twice in the ball game and stole 2 bases. So attaboy for George Springer. Good day in the office for him. Vladdy went 1 for 5, but a really good one for him. I mean, 2-run double. You can't go wrong. 2-out, 2-run double, may I add. David Schneider, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Got on base 2 times today. Good job for him. And the other guy with a multi-hit game, Ernie Clement. Big day for him. And Danny Jansen, 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored. An RBI, obviously, in his home run and walked twice. So got on base 3 times and scored 3 times. So great day for Danny. 9 hits total for the Blue Jays, 6 strikeouts. They walked 6 times. And they did a job offensively. They were patient with Josiah Gray, and they eventually got to him. And that was the important part. He only went 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs. All were earned, 2 strikeouts, walked 4. He wasn't very good. And the Blue Jays made him pay for it. So great stuff there. Pitching-wise, Kevin Gausman wasn't at his best, but gave your team a chance to win. And that's really all you ask for. 5 innings, 7 hits total, 3 runs, 7 Ks, including strikeout number 200 for him on the year. How many does he have? Is it exactly 200 he's got? No, he's got 202 strikeouts now on the year after the start today. He walked 2 guys as well. But as I mentioned, the bullpen locked it down. Trevor Richards, 2 clean innings, no base runners, and a strikeout. Genesis Cabrera, I mean, Mr. Automatic at this point. Clean inning of work, no base runners, all in a day's work for him. And Jordan Hicks, clean inning of work. Walked a guy with 2 out and nobody on, but got the final guy out to end the ball game. And your bullpen combined for 4 innings, no hits, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Solid bullpen work from the fellas today, and you got the win. You move on to the next one. You just got to. All right? Tomorrow, Mackenzie Gore, the left-hander, is on the hill for the Nats. He's 6-10 with a 4.38 ERA, 145 strikeouts in 127 innings this year. He has been very good. However, 23 home runs in 25 games. He's given up quite a few bombs. And Jose Barrios gets the ball for the Jays. I believe his last start, I think it was against Baltimore, was kind of shaky. I'm just going to do that quick check here. Yeah, 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs. All 5 were earned, 2 home runs allowed. And even the start prior to that, against the Cincinnati Reds, where he went 5 2/3. Yes, he only led the 1 hit, and he was really good, but he walked 4. So you look at it that way. No matter what, you want to bounce back from Jose Barrios after that start against the O's, and more importantly, win the series. Okay, win the first 2 games. Give your team an opportunity to sweep them away. All right. So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and a winning feeling, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game today. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I'll talk to you, of course, tomorrow night, Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Nationals at Rogers Center, as the Blue Jays look to win back-to-back games. That's all I'm going to say. Jose Barrios on the hill for the Blue Jays, Mackenzie Gore on the mound for the Nationals, 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win today, of course. We'll talk to you guys then.